Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I am a registered nurse turned holistic practitioner. I am a mom of 5 and we have our small homestead in Northern California. It is the end of July as I am filming this, and you might think that I'm a little crazy for doing this early, but hear me out. I'm going to show you how to make and why I make elderberry fire cider. I do have a lot of recipes that for just elderberries, which I can link below, including tinctures and syrups. So why would I go ahead and do it into a fire cider? And why am I doing it in the middle of summer? The biggest reason to start now is because it takes about 4 weeks for it to macerate in the medium, which is going to be apple cider vinegar, which I'll get to. And so recently, in the last few years, I've noticed people really starting to get sick at the end of August to early September. And so I want to be prepared. So I want to have this sitting in my cabinet, ready to go. And I will go over the benefits of each ingredient here as I chop them up with you. And I will share this wonderful recipe with you. So let's dive on in to getting this ready. So I'm going to start with a half-gallon mason jar, which I'm hoping all of this fits. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Elderberries are definitely the star of this recipe. They are packed with vitamin C and other immune supportive compounds. I've used elderberry syrup for years to shorten colds and flu symptoms, and I will put that recipe in the description box below. But adding them to fire cider makes this a 2-in-1 powerhouse for the whole family. That is, if the whole family will actually drink this. It can be a little spicy, so the syrup is definitely going to be better for children as opposed to this elderberry fire cider where it is going to have a little bit of a kick. Now, if your children are like mine, you could probably hide it in their teas, because this is definitely going to be a warming punch that is going to give their immune system. Rosemary is antiseptic and an expectorant, so this is a great addition that can come straight from your garden like this into your elderberry fire cider, or any fire cider for that matter. The black peppercorns are essential for this recipe because it increases the activity of transport proteins and can help the larger compounds like curcumin, or this turmeric that I'm adding, to absorb better. Black pepper is antiseptic and carminative and also a circulatory stimulant. So again, very warming. Adding in hot peppers such as these jalapenos, or you can use cayenne peppers or habanero peppers, they add some serious heat and help to open your sinuses, and just a small amount goes a long way. So I'm just using 2 jalapenos. And if you're making this for little kids, you really can just go ahead and go light here, or omit completely if this will upset your stomach. I'm using a white onion here, but you can use any kind of onion that you may have on hand. An onion is another potent immune supporter, and it's especially good for breaking up mucus and easing sinus congestion. It can also help with fever if you're using it in a different application, so it really can't hurt here. I'm just chopping this up. I don't need to dice it up. I mean, you can if you want, if you really want to save space. I'm not taking the time to do that today. Turmeric is known for its anti-inflammatory properties, which helps to support overall health. I always include the black peppercorns with it, and that's key, like I've mentioned, because it will help increase this absorption. And if you don't have turmeric fresh, you can always use dried. Oh, and I should have worn gloves because it can stain your hands. The berberine, I believe it's called, like in carrots, it likes to stain. Ginger root is warming, and it helps to stimulate digestion and increase circulation. That warmth helps drive the other herbs deeper into your system, making the whole blend more effective. Research indicates that ginger root enhances immune function, promotes the secretion of bile and gastric fluids, and increases blood circulation by inhibiting platelet aggregation. It is a potent anti-inflammatory, and studies show it is effective as ibuprofen for reducing the pain and inflammation associated with arthritis. Fresh ginger, in this case, is a potent antiviral and antibacterial and is helpful for treating influenza, the common cold, and both bacterial and viral gastroenteritis. This is a must-have in your elderberry fire cider if you can tolerate it. I realize there are some people that just can't tolerate ginger, but to me it is a must. Garlic is warming and drying. It's antibacterial, it's antifungal, antiseptic, aromatic, decongestant, expectorant, and a circulatory stimulant. It is a very strong aromatic herb that acts as an expectorant to expel the phlegm from the lungs and as a circulatory tonic to lower high blood pressure in some cases. This garlic is from my garden, which is why it's super dirty, and it's actually almost 2 years old, so I highly recommend the music type. It's lasted forever. In this recipe, I am using both lemon and orange. These, of course, add vitamin C, flavor, and a touch of brightness to this blend, and I use both the peel and the juice for maximum benefit. I do recommend that you try to zest the lemon if you would like an extra zesty flavor. Otherwise, you can just slice it and put it in there. Once you have put all of your ingredients into your half-gallon mason jar, you're going to be covering them by at least 1 inch with a raw apple cider vinegar. This is the base of the whole recipe. The raw apple cider vinegar has its own health benefits, like supporting digestion and blood sugar balance. I use raw organic vinegar and the mother for the most potency. I also take this fire cider before a heavy carb meal because it does help lower your glucose spikes. There are some optional add-ins, as I've mentioned before. You can also add herbs like astragalus and ashwagandha, which are adaptogenic. They add immune support, and that's the beauty of natural remedies. There's room to personalize based on what your body specifically needs. So I kind of had to change the format on this video a little bit than I had planned, because I didn't think you want a baby screaming in the background who is teething and not happy. So I had to do a voiceover, but here we go. This is the end product. So I labeled it, dated it, and it's going to sit on my counter for about 3 to 4 weeks, probably longer knowing me, which is fine, before I strain it out and add the honey once I strain it. You can do about 1 cup or 2, or even less, or none if you prefer. You can even do maple syrup. You don't have to do honey. It does help preserve it, and it does sweeten it a tad bit, because let's face it, the onion, the ginger, the jalapenos that I put in here are going to be spicy. So you may want to cut that a little bit. And if I was using a metal lid, I would have the parchment on here. I will have the written recipe for this in the description below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and then let me know if you've tried this or something similar and how it's worked out for you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.